Seems like I just got my answer about the kind of family this is. Mom sharply told her, "Leave now." And with that, Laura left. I was really upset with Mom, but she didn't seem to care. Laura told me not to let it bother me. You already have it tough with a mom like that. I won't make it worse by leaving you alone. I love you for being here. One gloomy day in the 6th grade, everything changed when my parents started to struggle financially after my dad lost his job. They had to move me to a public school. We can't just pull her out of school. She's doing so well. What would I even say to my friends if they asked? I want her to succeed here in the USA, to make something of herself and make me proud. Dad slammed his hand angrily on the table and glared at Mom.
At least think clearly for once. You're not seeing the big picture as usual. You don't seem to get that I've lost my job and we're drowning in bills. The only sensible move is to switch her to public school.
Yes. Mom was a bit of a difficult person. She was obsessed with maintaining a perfect image. Being perceived as poor was a disaster for her. Her mom was also a strict lady, obsessed with etiquette and rules. She was against my mom's marriage, although my dad was well off. But Mom stood firm and married Dad, so her parents cut her off. Now, us not having much money would make my grandma right, and that made my mom even madder. She made us move to a different city so she could lie and tell her friends that Dad had received a job opportunity far away. I screamed and cried for days. I didn't want to leave our city or be away from Laura. But as usual, Mom ignored my protests. I was heartbroken. Dad, I hate her. Dad hugged me.
Hate is a strong word. You know how your mom is. She wants things her way. Life hasn't ended, though. You'll make new friends. And about Laura, you can still talk to her on the phone, and I'll help you see her once in a while.
Thank you, Dad. You're too kind to be with someone like her. But I guess life isn't fair. Saying goodbye to Laura was incredibly hard. And to make things worse, after we moved, I realized I forgot the notebook with Laura's number in it. I was utterly heartbroken. Even though we didn't have a lot of money, Mom kept having big parties at fancy places for her friends. We were getting more and more into debt, even though Dad asked her many times to stop the parties. One day, she even gave her friend a really expensive ring for her birthday. Dad got really upset when the bank called him.
Listen, woman, I can't take this anymore. This is your last chance. If you don't stop, we might have to split up.
And I'll want to stay with Dad. Really now. With that, Mom left. She was gone for a couple of days. Although Dad and I were worried, we didn't try to reach her. It was time for her to act like the adult she supposedly was. When she returned, she walked into the house and started doing laundry as if nothing had happened. From that day on, she stopped seeing her friends so much and didn't waste our money anymore. I was relieved she finally came to her senses, but I could see a change in her. Her eyes had lost their spark. It was as if she had aged 10 years. Well, things at the public school weren't perfect either. At first, it was okay, but things changed quickly when I started junior year of high school. I noticed my body changing rapidly, even spotting some freckles on my face. It wasn't just my appearance that was changing. My social life was too. Suddenly, boys started looking at me differently. Girls were going out with boys, and there seemed to be more parties.
Hey, Charlotte, how about grabbing some ice cream after school? Just the two of us.
Just us? Alone?
Yeah, just us. Why, were you planning on turning it into a group event?
Well, I thought maybe we could invite Jessica too.
Look, I wasn't making a guest list. You know what? Forget it. I gotta go. And hey, Charlotte, or should I call you the Lost Little Raccoon? Just because you're from France doesn't mean you're anything special here. If anything, it just shows you can't take a joke and always dampen the mood.
Before I could respond, he pressed his gum into my hair as he walked away. It was not just embarrassing. It felt like a sharp hug at my dignity. I came back home that day, wanting to tell Mom about it. She was cooking in the kitchen when I walked in. Hi, Mom. I had a weird day at school today. I really don't have time for your stories right now. You know, we've been living in the USA for quite a while, and you still call a lot of things weird. I felt so angry, I started crying. Our relationship wasn't that great to begin with, but now it felt ruined. If a girl doesn't find confidence in her mother, then the relationship feels distant. And each day, I was growing further away from my mom. I headed to my room to put away my books, when I spotted a sketchbook on my desk. It was from the drawing classes with Laura, and it had her number inside. Turns out I'd saved it here as well. I was ecstatic. I quickly and quietly went to the living room, grabbed my mom's phone, and dialed Laura's mom's number. Hello? Elise, what do you want? Hi. It's actually Charlotte here, Laura's friend from school. Do you remember me? Can I talk to Laura? Oh, Charlotte. Yes, I remember you. One moment. Laura, your friend Charlotte is on the phone.